So I've been fighting the urge to review about new creatures of Sonaria species to not feel like I'm the same as any other COS reviewer. And so that's why I've been lately ignoring the updates and not really talking about them when people have been asking me to. But like the coming two new species is just grabbing my attention, and I just can't, brush it off like I did with the others. I've been looking at them and I felt very fascinated to talk about them. So let's just like let's just have a moment to actually pay some attention to these two brand new species. Well, one of them is new, the other is just a redesign, but let's just actually appreciate them. So first we have the Laharpes redesign. So the first Laharpes when it came out, let's be honest, it's plain, it's boring, it has like no substance to go off. It looks like a basic, very poorly designed OC character for an episode of obscure My Little Pony. But this new redesign, I don't know, something about it hits the spot. Like it might be the fact that it's not the only species anymore. It's actually like with smaller little birds following around it. So it's not really a species. It has like other creatures around it too. And I won't be surprised if Creatures never decided to make a separate species dedicated to those like tiny birds. But nonetheless, it, that's honestly something new. Maybe it might have been one of the features in the 200 species added in Creatures of Sonaria, maybe. But I think this is the first time I've actually acknowledged the fact that a species is coming with other species in its little model. So I really like it. And I like the fact that, this harp thing is not just a wasteful harp thing. It has these birds playing the melody and whatnot. So I really like the little concept. It's like parasites, but in a way it's like symbiotes. Very cool. And I also enjoy the features, and I'm still not gonna back down from the idea that this looks so much like an OC rather than a species or a creature that you would see in the ecosystem. I'm still not backing down on it. It's still an OC, heavily inspired and all that. But at the very least, it looks a little animalistic, if I must say. Like, it looks so much grand and it looks so presentable, except the tiny hind legs, of course. We at this point, like since it's a hop, why not just make its hind legs also strings? Like stop making it so tiny, gosh. But in a sense I could also kinda understand why they would, because I'm gonna assume it is very heavy at the front with how much metal is there on the head, but nonetheless fucking increase the size of the hind legs, please. Anyways, but yeah, very nice little touches, very nice little details. The animations are gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Doing a great job there, animators. Really loving it. But yeah, it just one of those species where it's like, yes, it's an OC gimmicky creature, but it's a very enjoyable one. Up next is the you know what this is. Our first and properly acknowledged gorilla. I think there might have been other gorilla inspired species, but this be one of the most very gorilla looking ones, because finally an animal that doesn't have features that makes it look like it's about to either be like an ascension from the heavens, or a creature that doesn't look like a demonic entity that you would see from a poorly made like anime. You're finally seeing a species that's simple, not plain in any way, but simple in construct and design. A creature that stays like somewhat loyal to its actual inspiration, while also having this cool fantasy-like features that makes it stand out. So cool. And I like the fact that it's basically wearing a helmet, or not a helmet, but like a skull as its trophy. I really like it. And since it's a gorilla, I can understand the tiny hind legs, and I applaud the very first time where I would look at a tiny hind leg and be like, okay, that's fair. So yes, good job on the designer for doing this. It's very cool looking. It looks tremendously intimidating, and I love his actual face. It looks like one of those like big-nosed Minecraft villager like monkeys, and it looks very cool. I like it. And the mask, sort of feature like gorilla, does remind me about like an episode in Spears. Like, so in an episode with Spears and Fangs, there's just like a bunch of tribal monkeys who have to drink the syrup and whatnot, and like they wear the skull of a dinosaur, and it's just like I think I'm playing like a scene of it on the screen. Hopefully, I don't get copyright striked, but yeah, it reminds me of that, and yeah, it's very cool, very nice looking. The Beast of the Dark Forest, very nice. I love it. But yeah, what do you think about these species? I really hope the Goskogur or whatever, the gorilla, has first strike in their stats. Imagine its attack animation is just pounding the ever living shit out of someone else. Like just his hands are just wailing at them. I would love it. Tell me your thoughts. But yeah, that's about it.